Plaintiff Tyrese Holt has a son with the defendant, and he claims during one of his visitation weekends, she planned a birthday party for the child and didn't invite Tyrese. Tyrese claims after they argued about the party, the defendant falsely accused him of kidnapping their son and even called the police, so he's suing. Defendant Sharice Armstrong says her relationship with Tyrese was the result of her being a rebellious teenager, and the only good thing that came of it was their son. Sharice admits that she called the police because Tyrese was ignoring her calls, and she had no way to contact her son. She's countersuing for child support.
Start with you.
Me and Sharice wouldn't be here today, Your Honor, if it wasn't for her posting stuff on Facebook about me saying that I kidnapped my son, which I didn't kidnap my son, Your Honor, and she called the police on me.
Okay, give me some background.
All right, on August 2nd, 2013, Your Honor.
August 3rd.
August 3rd, 2nd, it don't matter. But on the 3rd, she dropped my son off to my house. Yeah, because usually I get them on the weekend. We had agreed for me to start getting them on the weekend, and I agreed to doing that, and I started doing that.
Just
and
now.
any other days that I get, if I keep them longer, we usually discuss it and say it. Well, I was in the process of moving, so I didn't drop them off on that Sunday. I said I was gonna keep them, you know. So
how old was he again?
He's 4.
He's 5.
Go ahead, son. Go ahead, sir.
Anyways, Your Honor, August 8, 2013, me and her got into a big old fight on the phone, arguing because she planned a birthday party for my son on the weekend, on the 11th, on that Sunday, which we already had things planned for the weekend because usually I get them on the weekends. I kept them longer, you know. I had kept them longer, and I was like,
were you invited to the party?
No, I wasn't invited to the party, or my family was not invited to the party at all, Your Honor. So I was kind of mad about that. So we argued, and I stopped arguing because I feel like we not getting nowhere. We always argue, and it always go down. So I just hung up the phone. Like, I don't know how to talk to you.
Good.
Your son straight. Your son
quiet,
straight. So there's no point of us talking. You know, she calls me back. I don't answer the phone. So in the midst of that, she texts me talking about if you don't answer your phone while you have my child, that you won't get to see him no more. And if you think I'm playing, try me.
You have that text?
Yes, I do, sir. I have a copy of that right here. That's what it says on August 8th. And then if you go down a little bit to August 10th, which was the day of our family reunion, which was that Saturday, I was busy helping my mom and them out because the family reunion was at our house. We had a big old barbecue. I had family from out of town. So I'm busy helping her clean up around the evening time, not hearing that my phone is ringing, not paying attention because I'm cleaning up outside. So after that, I looked at my phone and I realized that she was calling. So I get a phone call from an unknown number that I don't know, and I answer the phone. It's her friend Heather. Questioning me, talk about when you gonna bring him home. You need to have him back tonight because we got things planned tonight. And I simply tell her, well, he's gonna be home. I'm in the middle of doing something. Therefore, why is you calling me? You're not my baby mama. You're not the mother of my child. So why is you calling me, questioning me what I'm doing? We gonna call the police on you and get you charged with kidnapping because you have no custody. You have no rights to your son. So I hang up the phone with her after I tell her that I ain't gotta talk to her. So next thing you know, I get the phone call from my mama saying, the police is at my house. I'm like, why the police at your house? Oh, she really did call the police on me. So the police talked to her, tell her my child was in danger, so therefore they couldn't do nothing about it, and I am the dad.
Hear from her, and then I'll get back to you. Ma'am?
All right, Your Honor. Me and Tyrese, we're a result of me being a rebellious teenager. He wasn't a first pick. He wasn't somebody that I was just interested in. I was a rebellious teenager, and that's what happened. As a result, the only good thing that came from me and him is our son, Tay. I have full custody of our son. I have full custody through the courts, and he has reasonable visitation. Tyrese is a holiday dad. Anytime he asks for his son, I tell him, as long as you're gonna be consistent. He walks in and out of my son's life like my son doesn't matter to him. Around the holiday, he's there. When the holiday's gone, so is he. And my son's crying because he doesn't understand why he can't see him anymore. My son is 5 years old, and he understands that Tyrese doesn't care about him. He told me this from his mouth. So Tyrese is a holiday dad.
So what happened this time? He decided to care?
He does this every so often. He has an epiphany that he wants to be a father, and he hasn't been doing what he's supposed to be doing as a dad, so he wants to do it. And me trying to be a good mother, trying not to refuse to let him see him, I let him take his son. So this time, I dropped Tay off with the plaintiff with the agreement that he would have him back in a reasonable time. On the 8th, I called him to make sure he was going to bring him home on Saturday. Yes, I did. I called you.
Go ahead.
I called him to make sure he was going to bring him home on August 10th because he was having a pool party, a small little pool party on August 11th. He's mad because him and his family didn't get invited to that party. Mind you, none of my biological family was there either. It was just the kids that my son's hanging around with.
So you can't get along with nobody, your own family.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's I was quitting my job soon, so I didn't have the money to throw a huge party.
Can't get along at the job, right? Go ahead. So you're saying you couldn't afford to feed everybody at a party.
And I told, and when me and him got into an altercation, I hung up on him because he started getting belligerent and cussing at me. And then me and his mom talked. And I told her, look, this is a small kids pool party. I didn't invite anybody besides the kids that were going to be there. And I will have a separate party with just you guys if you guys would just wait until his birthday. That wasn't good enough. They wanted to be at that pool party on Sunday. So we got into it, and then I hung up with his mom. So then I called him back.
How often did his parents or family see your son?
His mom is awesome with my son. Before this incident, me and her had no problems. I called her mom and everything.
See him?
She saw him a couple of times a month. She take him for weeks at a time.
You live with your mother?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
And I also see my child when he goes with my mom.
When he see... My son will be at his mother's house, and he will subsequently come and see him. He wouldn't come over there because my son is over there. Because his mother told me.
Go ahead.
So on this day, August 3rd, dropped him off. August 8th, we got into the verbal altercation. And I told him, Tay needs to be home by Saturday. So Mr. Hall, I hadn't heard from him. He didn't answer after I tried to call him back just to talk to him, just me and him. He didn't answer. So I sent him the text message saying, if you can't answer the phone while you have our son, you won't see him anymore. Because I could be calling you about anything. You don't know what I'm calling you for. You never called me back. You never text me. You never said anything. I could be telling you an emergency just happened, and you don't know that. So August 10th comes, and I'm calling him to see what time he's going to bring Tay home. He's not answering for me. So I have my best friend call him from her phone, and because he doesn't know her phone number. He answers the phone. She asks him, well, when are you going to bring Tay home? He says she's not getting him back, and hung up on her. So I text him, and I have that text message here that says that I was going to call the police with kidnapping if he didn't have him home by 9 o'clock. He didn't have him home by 9 o'clock. I didn't hear from anybody, him or his family, so I did what I said I was going to do. I called the police and reported my son is kidnapped.
What did they tell you?
They told me because he was with his biological father, there was nothing they could do about it.
Bingo. Now, let me hear from you. You know, folks play games with these children. If you'd gotten along regarding your son, these problems wouldn't exist. You need to go out of your way to try and get along regarding your child. Out of your way. Yes, sir. So tell me what is your invasion of privacy for?
This is the Facebook message that she put up. She took my picture off my Facebook page, and she also put my personal business about how much I owe on child support all on the internet, and had people feeling sorry for that I kidnapped my son, which I had a week. Your Honor, the reason why I kept my son past Sunday is because I told her, she knew I was in the process of moving, and I was gonna bring him home that night, but it got too late.
Ma'am,
I was like,
did you put something on Facebook about him?
Yes, Your Honor, I put this on here, and it's not invasion of privacy when it's posted all over the internet. I have plenty of pictures here.
Who posted it on the internet?
I posted it, but the picture is from his Facebook page with his name
in
his face.
Let's talk about the content. This man, Tyrese Holt, has kidnapped my 4-year-old son, even though I have raised him by myself for almost 5 years, and I have court-ordered full custody. I have no idea where my 4-year-old is right now, and he refuses to give him back. This man is almost $5,000 behind in child support and has no clue about being a father. What's your defense to saying all this to the world?
I don't believe that any of it is false. He is $5,000 behind in child support. That is my
that's part of the defamation. How about the invasion of privacy, since you seem to know the law?
I don't know the law word.
All right, well, let me explain that law to you. That is when you disclose private facts about someone to the public at large who have no need or interest in knowing it, and it offends him, and it would offend a reasonable person. Now, did the public at large need to know he owed $5,000 in child support? Did the public at large need to know that he kidnapped, as you allege, which is a legal term, lawyer? It's a legal term, and you misuse that legal term. You're telling all his private business to the world. That's just like him saying, you have a venereal disease. And it's true. And he puts it on the internet. And his defense says, well, Your Honor, it's true. Well, you had no right to publish your private information, even though it's true. So it's not defamation. However, it's invasion of your privacy. So no, ma'am, you were wrong here. Let's get to your child support for $5,000. Prove that to me.
Well, Your Honor, back in 2011, the plaintiff was ordered to pay $72 a week for child support, and as of currently, he is behind $5,378.17. And I have the arrearage papers here.
Let me see that, please.
Your Honor, I've been looking for a job. It's been hard for me to get
Since
a job.
2011,
Yeah.
how often, how many months have you worked?
Well, I have worked like on and off for temp service and stuff, Your Honor. You know, about time child support got a hold to that I was working and made a plan. It seemed like my assignment was over at my job, Your Honor. So it wasn't like I was dodging child support not paying. It's like every job that I had that was basically.
I don't get the impression that you're a deadbeat dad, so I'm going to accept most of what you're saying, unless you're conning me, and I know con when I see it, and I don't get that impression, and you don't seem very slick anyway. So, ma'am, I'm going to grant you your child support for $5,000. Sir, you filed $5,000 in claims for defamation and for invasion of privacy. I'm not going to grant you a defamation claim. I will grant you the $2,500 for the invasion of privacy, because she certainly did take your private facts, put them on the internet for the entire world to see, making you look like a bad guy. No one's supposed to know your personal information like that. This was to hurt him. This was to hurt his reputation. You can't do that. $2,500 is your judgment, $5,000 for you. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. 5-year-old son don't even want to go with you. Don't like you, can't stand to be around you.
You mad though?
You fooled this courtroom, but you ain't fooled the people of Rockford. They know you a deadbeat. You and your 2 other kids that you don't take care of. Your 2 other kids that you don't take care of.
But you mad
That you
though,
wanted
right?
a DNA test on my son, but he looked just like you though.
But you mad
He looked
though,
just
right?
like you though. I ain't mad about
You mad
nothing,
though,
boo. I ain't mad about nothing.
You mad though?
I've been moved on with my life. Every holiday you want to get with me though.
You
Boy,
doing it.
stop.
Stop
Take
doing
care
it
of
for
your kids.
TV.
Pay that child support.
You right.
Pay that child
You right.
support.
You
If you
getting
were
that
such a good
$5,000,
dad,
right?
you wouldn't have been behind in the first
You
place.
right.
Got fired from Chrysler for
You right.
attendance.
You
Your
right.
temp assignment was over and all. You
right.
didn't want to get a ride to work, but you got a ride to the mall that day though, didn't you?
You
Them
right.
J's on your feet. Why my son ain't got none of them?
These ain't
right.
J's, they Gucci.
Exactly.
We don't want to
Whatever.
talk about-
They name brand though, right?
Right.
Why my son ain't got none?